Now, the statistics are quite alarming here. 1 in every 3 girls will be sexually abused before they are 18 years old. And more accurately, 1 in every 7 boys conservatively will be abused before they're 18, but statistics are even showing 1 in every 4 boys will be abused. Now, 92% of victims know who their abuser is. So stranger danger, unfortunately, is a misnomer. 34% of abusers are family members to victims, and 58% of them are acquaintances to their victims. Now, unfortunately, only about 12% of all child abuse cases are actually reported to authorities, but the ones that we are aware of, 80% of those cases are actually not reported until children become adults. So it's very startling. Now, as far as the church is concerned, about 12% of Protestant women have left a church due to sexual misconduct. And all these statistics were dated between 2014 and 2018, according to Lifeway and the National Sexual Offender Public website. Now, if the statistics are anywhere near accurate, and there is reason to believe the data grossly underrepresents the scope of the problem, at any church activity, children and adults are present who have been victims of child sexual abuse. In medium and large-sized churches, dozens of victims are in attendance each time the church gathers, according to Scott Floyd with Baptist Standard. So the question is, how are we serving the survivors of abuse? Now, these statistics were back in 2018. Unfortunately, something happened in 2020. It was a very big year of change for many of us, primarily children. The pandemic forced people indoors, causing children to be on electronics almost every day, sometimes all day long, and this caused child exploitation to skyrocket. This also gave predatory adults more access to vulnerable children right online. Now, since the pandemic, child abuse statistics, like I mentioned, have skyrocketed, especially online enticement and online child exploitation. Many of you might not know what online enticement is, so let me define that for you. Online enticement involves an individual communicating with someone believed to be a child via the internet with the intent to commit a sexual offense, exploitation, or even abduction. A broad category of online exploitation includes sextortion. This is when a child is actually groomed. They're groomed online to do possibly several different things. A few things could be taking sexually explicit images and sending it to their groomer, meeting face-to-face with someone for sexual purposes, engaging in a sexual conversation online, selling or trading the child's sexual images. Now, this type of victimization takes place across every single platform: social media platforms, messaging apps, gaming platforms, even apps like Roblox, which gives predators untethered access to children in a role play fashion. Instagram, proven to cause mental illness in teens, primarily girls, has very high online enticement claims, as well as TikTok. But unfortunately, TikTok has also been directly connected with gender confusion in youth and mental illness. There's an app that not many adults are aware of called Omegle, Omegle. Their slogan is "Talk to Strangers." Their enticement claims are high due to the nature of the app. There is a carousel that is on the screen of the app where you can swipe, and you're able to be placed live in front of strangers, no matter your age. Children in my live workshops have even said that they know exactly what this app is, while adults do not. Now, unfortunately, America has created the demand for child sexual abuse material. you're going to see CSAM throughout the presentation, and that stands for child sexual abuse material. Now, why? What is happening in America that's creating the demand for this material? Well, first of all, kids have access to the internet like never before. Almost every teenager and child seem to have cell phones, full access to pornography right on their phones, along with apps that give predators direct access to them. Because of this, peer-on-peer sexual abuse is at an all-time high due to pornography access and children actually living out what they're being taught right on their electronics with other children. Then we have provocative movies that contain CSAM materials, like the movie Cuties, which was a Netflix French film taken down in America due to this material. But it was praised by Hollywood. However, movies like The Sound of Freedom, which exposed the human trafficking industry being the #1 industry in the entire world, was condemned as a conspiracy by the news and media outlets. Disney actually had an opportunity to produce this film and turned it down, causing it to be delayed by over 5 years from hitting theaters. However, this movie exposed the truth that America is the #1 consumer of child sexual abuse material. America is the #2 producer of child sexual abuse material, and America hosts more online CSAM on their servers than any other country. So in conclusion, America has a child pornography problem. So let's dig into what Christians can do to protect, prevent, identify, and report child abuse wherever they may be.